What is going on, everybody? It is your boy, a man's Toxic Camel, back at it with another video, and today we're doing yet another Toxic tier list ranking. Ooh, yeah. And today we are going to be doing a tier list ranking of all the Last of Us characters from the first video game. Realize I said the first, not the second. I do have the second video game characters on here for the second game, but I have not played the second game, so I can't really comment on all the other characters. So, like, when I eventually play it, I'll do, like, a Last of Us 2 tier list ranking, but we'll do the people from the first game. Just because I haven't played the second game and I can't comment on any of the other characters. But before we get to actual beginning of the tier list video itself, guys, don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel, because number one, it's absolutely free. Number two, we're on the road to 700 subscribers. Just, let me do the math here. 74 away now, really. How about you, boy, if you did subscribe? Also, if you missed my previous Toxic tier list rankings I've done in the past, they're in a playlist on my YouTube channel. If you'd like to check that out, also don't forget to like the video as well, because I know that you do like my Toxic tier list rankings. And I'll put the YouTube algorithm recommend the video more, and let some more people know about the channel, and then they could maybe join the Toxic family. And also do feel free to comment your list for all the Last of Us characters for Season 1 and Season 2 down below, or just Season 1, or whatever you prefer. And before we start ranking things here are the... Okay, ignore that. Here are the tiers. So we have best of the best, which means they're a top tier character, probably amongst the best, like, video game characters of all time. Great means they're great for the time they are in the game, and not quite like best video game characters of all time, but still like a great character. Toxic goodness means they were good. They were quite good, you know. Okay means they were like, okay. I didn't hate them. I didn't love them either. Then next up we have who are ya? It's like that category is like, who are you? I don't remember you. And then toxic trash means dumpster fire, the worst Last of Us characters in the video game history. Alright, so let me get, because I'm gonna forget some names, let me see, for some certain characters. Alright, so first up we have, Henry and, wait, I thought I put them two together. Where's the tier list got rearranged. Are you serious? That's, ignore this. Hang on. Let's fix it back up to where it properly was before. My goodness. Wait, where? There. Okay. Anyways, back to it. Up first, we have Henry and Sam. So, Henry and Sam is, are two characters you end up finding on, end up stumbling upon when they, like, basically jump you, but they don't realize, they think you're the bad guys, but once they found out you're the good guys, you actually stick with them for quite a while. And also, I just would like to point out, also spoilers, if you haven't played the Last of Us game. If you don't care about spoilers, you can continue watching if you want. And then if you guys do care about spoilers, I do have a playlist of me playing all of the first game. So if you guys want to see me play it, sure, go ahead. Anyways, but Henry and Sam are two brothers, and they're cool characters. They really are. They were nice, and funny story. So, and of course we're talking spoilers here, but Jax, my friend Jax, and his brother Ace, who is also my friend, watched the Last of Us TV show, and I remember Jax going like, "Oh, I didn't like the show because they killed off my two favorite characters," and I was going like, and that was before I started stumbling upon Henry and Sam for for the actual Last of Us game itself. So when I eventually stumbled upon them and I found out we were sticking with them, I was going like, "Oh, Jax is probably talking about them, aren't they?" And one episode a while back, which I did upload, I think, I played with Jax and Ace. And before we started filming, I was telling, like, the logistics of the game and stuff and, like, where we're at and stuff. And I mentioned, oh, Henry and Sam are, like, friends we stumbled upon. And then Jax goes like, oh, they're the people that die. And I was going like, thanks, Jax, I appreciate that. But no, I didn't say that. But I was going like, dude, seriously, you spoiled it for me. Even though I kinda already knew they were probably gonna die. And that didn't affect my viewing of their deaths, because their deaths were incredibly sad. And yeah, enough of me talking about that, but I think they're good characters. If we would have stuck with them longer, well, I think out of like all the side characters you get to stick with in the first game, you do stick with them the most. But if you stuck with them a little bit longer, I would have probably put them in the great tier. But yeah, they were good characters, and it was super sad when they died, and probably one of the most saddest video game deaths for me, probably, that I've seen. Next up, we got Ellie. I mean, come on. We know where she's going, right there. No, I'm just kidding. Come on. Ellie's probably a top-tier video game character. Her and another person who we'll eventually talk about. But Ellie, come on. This came to my mind a couple months ago, and I never could stop thinking about it. Because my two favorite, like, pairs of people in video games are Ellie and Joel and Clementine and Lee. Those two are, like, neck and neck. I don't know which one to pick. And I think the better built up, even though I love Clementine and Lee's dynamic, don't get me wrong, I probably would still pick them over there because personal preference, but Ellie and Joel's relationship, I think, is built up better, and you stay with them longer than Clementine and Lee, because Clementine and Lee, like, are a few months with each other, and Joel and Ellie are, like, a year and a few months, probably. And, yeah, Ellie's top tier character. She's super cool. Especially from the clips I've seen from The Last of Us 2. She's a beast in that, it looks like. And in the first game, she's a beast too for a little girl. So, Ellie, best of the best. Next up, we got, I don't know the character's name, but I played a little bit of the, what's the story called? It's like a side story where it gives you some flashbacks to Ellie's previous life, and this is her friend, I'm pretty sure. And, I only played that, like, a little bit on the channel, but, I can't really comment on it because I had to delete The Last of Us so I could make room for Spider-Man 2, so, unfortunately, but, yeah, I'll put her in the okay, because I didn't get to spend much time with her, but she seemed nice enough, so she goes there. I'm pretty sure that is Ellie's friend, right? I don't know. I might get confused a lot, by the way. Next up, we have Tess. And Tess, you, at the beginning, well, after the opening scene from the game with the flashback with Joel and his daughter and his brother, we go to present day, and, Joel is basically with Tess. And Tess is a great character. She definitely has a shining moment with her character later on, too, when she basically shows Joel and Ellie that she got bit, and basically sacrifices herself when the bad guys are coming in, and basically, yeah, sacrifices herself for Joel and Ellie to make it out alive. So she was a great character, and she had an interesting dynamic with Joel early on in the game. So yeah, Tess, great character. But she got killed off a little bit too early. No, she got killed off at the right time. Yeah, she got killed off at the right time. But if we would have stuck with her a little bit more, she might have been to best of the best category. But best of the best is like best video game protagonist characters of all time. So yeah. Next up, we got Bill, and Bill's a tricky one here for me. Because we don't really get to stick with him much in the game too. Probably like out of all the characters you eventually stumble upon and like stick with, probably he's second to after another person we'll eventually talk about for the first game. He's probably the next character that you don't spend the most amount of time with because he is mostly a solo act, and if we were talking about the TV show here, he like has his own solo episode, so he does get a little bit more time there. But Bill is I'll probably put him good, but you don't get to hang out with him much, and you get that tragic like hint of the story, which we eventually see in the TV series, where he had a past love interest, and that was you felt bad for him. So, and yeah, he was pretty cool too. He was super what's the word? Super tough. I don't know why. I was gonna say something else, but I changed my mind. Anyways, good character. Just you don't get to stick with him long at all. So if you stuck with him longer in the game, I would say good. And this is the game, by the way, not the TV show. Then we got, I don't know what the character's name is, but the main kind of would he be considered like the main bad guy? I'd say he's the bad guy in The Last of Us that it focuses on the most, probably. It's where he's a part of a group of cannibals, which apparently all zombie movies have to have like a human group of cannibals. Like The Walking Dead has it too with the St. John's in the video game, and then you also got Terminus in the Walking Dead TV series. Anyways, going off track, but yeah, he's I would say he's I would say he's a really good villain, and you get worried when Ellie's hunting him, or no, he's hunting Ellie. So, and you want to make sure he makes it he dies. Beating the crap out of him and stabbing him relentlessly, you're basically cheering her on and going like, yeah, kill this sicko with the cannibalism and stuff, you know? So, yeah. Just curious if we're still recording. Okay, we are. Alright, next up we have Joel. I mean, come on. We know where he's going. No, you know. You know. I was talking about him earlier. Joel, has... As I said before with the Clementine and Lee comparison, even though, yeah, as I said before, I still probably, personal preference would choose Lee and Clementine as, like, the perfect duo. But, Joel and Ellie's dynamic, you can't deny it. It's probably the best dynamic in, pairing in video game history, and Joel is such a likable protagonist. You feel bad for him when you see that flashback with his daughter dying, and you see how basically he doesn't really... to see his evolution throughout the game, where at first he's just going like, okay, I have to watch this kid, I guess. Then, near the end of the game, when he's trying to save her from I don't know what the groups is called. I'm going to forget the groups. But what the bad guy group or whatever, where they capture Ellie and, like, want to take the serum, or the blood from her to make everybody immune, and... to see him really care about her and want to make sure she gets out of there alive is just really great stuff. So Joel and Ellie, best of best, and among the best video game characters of all time. I think we can all agree with that. All right, next up, I think this is the head of the group I was talking about with Joel coming to save Ellie. She was an okay villain. I don't think she was as compelling as this dude was over here. That was a part of like the cannibal group, but she was pretty good as a villain. But as I said before, she's not the best villain out of the Last of Us villains. So, but she was decent. So yeah, simple as that. Next up, we have what's her name? Sarah, right? It might be Sarah. Yes. Okay. So Joel's daughter. I think. Yeah, I think it is Sarah. Yes. 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 She's good, but she's yeah, she doesn't live long, to say the least. But she definitely is. She basically kind of helps Joel in a sense with later on, not even being there really, but so like kind of. I don't know how to word this, but she basically sets the standard for like what Ellie has to be like, and Ellie's of course even better. But she's just a sad she's just poor little girl that dies and at the wrong time in the zombie apocalypse by not even zombies, by soldiers. So that basically got given orders. So that was really sad, and you felt really bad for Joel, and that was a big part of Joel's arc. So, yeah, toxic goodness for her. And then finally we have, oh my gosh, why am I blanking out on names? It's been a while since I played the Last of Us game. I'm pretty sure, like, I ended the game last season, or not last season, last December, and, this is Joel's brother. And remember that person that I said that, like, you didn't stick with a whole lot, but before Bill, like, Bill you spend more time with? It is Joel's brother. And Joel's brother was a great character, I think. He had a lot of good things going for him. He had his own community there, so that was pretty good. And, he chills with you along the way to basically just find Ellie, and then also direct you to the main medical camp or the Fireflies. And but with that being said, I don't think there's any other season 1 characters on this list, at least that I can see of. But with that being said, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this season 1, not season 1, sorry, Last of Us 1 character tier list ranking. But before we get to actual ending of the video itself, guys, don't forget to like the video as well, because I know that you do like my toxic tier list rankings, and I'll upload the YouTube algorithm recommend a video more, and go let some more people know about the channel, and they can maybe join the toxic fam. It'll let me know as well that you guys would like a Last of Us season 2, not season 2, Last of Us 2 video game character tier list ranking in the near future. And also do feel free to comment your tier list rankings down below. But with that being said, guys, I'll see y'all next one, everybody. Peace.